Hey, so before I even say hi, I need you to picture something with me. A woman is sitting in a courtroom in Hawaii. She's terrified. She's filled out paperwork in her own handwriting, begging a judge to keep one man away from her. She wrote that he threatened her life, the life of a disabled man on her property, 3 other people living on her farm. She wrote, and I quote, "I don't feel safe." The judge reads it and says, "Insufficient evidence. Denied." That was a Tuesday. By Tuesday night, the same day, there were 3 dead bodies in that community. We need to talk about Jacob Baker.
For triple murder suspect Jacob Daniel Baker on the island of Hawaii. These are 2 of his past mugshots. Police warn that Baker is considered armed and extremely dangerous.
The search is focused on neighborhoods in Puna where 3 men were killed. The first was found dead Monday night on Railroad Avenue. The second was found Tuesday, just a few hundred feet away on Papaya Farms Road.
Hey besties, welcome back to XOXO Crimes with your bitch, Chris. And okay, today's case is genuinely one of the most chilling ones I've covered, partly because it just happened days ago, and partly because so many people saw it coming and nobody could stop it. Also, I literally paused sewing to create this episode because I just really wanted to talk about this. I didn't even get ready. I look like I just woke up because I did, but I just feel like this is way too close to home that I just wanted to talk about it immediately. A lot of people were asking for me to talk about Hawaii crimes, so that's what we're doing today. Grab your iced coffee, get cozy, and let's get into this shit. So this all goes down on the big island of Hawaii. Not the resort part, not the part you see on Instagram. We're talking about a place called the Puna district, specifically a rural little road called Papaya Farms Road near a town called Pahoa. The last time that I've been to Big Island, I was probably like 10, so I have no idea. Like, all of this information that I have collected is from the internet, so locals, please comment down below. I just did my research. You guys would know more than me. I live in Hawaii, but I do not live there, so everything I'm saying is allegedly. Okay, I need you to understand the vibe here because it matters. This is off-grid, living off the land, like an organic farming community. Lava fields, people trading work for a place to stay, pretty much. Everybody knows everybody. It's peaceful. It's the kind of place where people move to escape from the chaos of the world. And here's the thing. Hawaii does not do crimes like this. The last triple homicide on the Big Island was a decade ago. So what happens next absolutely shatters this community and honestly all of Hawaii, because what the absolute fuck is going on? Okay, so let's talk about him. Jacob Daniel Baker, 36 years old, and honestly, the people who knew him saw the red flags way before any of this. So Baker had been living on the organic farm, Josanna's Organic Garden, for about a year. He was trading work for housing, totally normal in this community, but something was definitely off. And it kept getting worse. He's allegedly having confrontations with people. He's getting aggressive. One neighbor said
that Baker showed him his sword knife.
Like, just casually showed it off. No care in the world. I don't know who does that. A psychopath, obviously. And I guess he has like a really fresh tattoo that he just got right under his left eye. It said La Faquitas. Girl, you know that I'm not pronouncing that correctly, and I did not go and research how to pronounce it. I'm so sorry. I just don't have the time right now. I was trying to make this video really fast. So eat me up in the comments. I'm gonna go look it up right now, actually. Hold on.
That was a lie. I got distracted by TikTok.
You can eat me up in the comments. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't go look up how to pronounce it. I'm sorry, shoot me. I'm just a messenger. But anyways, it translates to the skinny girls or the thin ones. Nobody really knows what it meant, But a fresh face tattoo right before everything falls apart? Noted. So eventually he gets evicted from the farm. And here's where it gets heartbreaking. A 79-year-old man named Chitta Morse, who'd lived in this community for over 30 years, this gentle permaculture guru type, he takes Baker in. Out of pure kindness, gives him somewhere to stay, and then he has to kick him out too. Because obviously he's erratic and he just didn't want him to stay with him anymore. By this point, women that are living on the farm are literally fleeing the farm. They're packing up and leaving because they're scared of this man. They're scared of Mr. Jacob. And girl, I would be too. I would pack my bags immediately and I would be out of there. So 2 of these women do the responsible thing. The thing you're supposed to do. They go to court.
We all had pretty much known that Jake, the suspect, had gone into a really severe schizophrenic mental breakdown and got very violent on one of the farms where he was living down there multiple days beforehand.
Now here's a look at one of the temporary restraining orders filed against Baker last Friday. One woman claiming he threatened her life and others. Authorities say they're still working to determine his motive.
The farm owner, Janelle Holner, files a temporary restraining order. She writes that Baker threatened her life, a disabled man's life, and 3 other people's lives. She writes, "He will enter our property and take items, threaten us, says he wants to squat there." And bestie, I cannot make this up. On the part of the form that asks for Baker's address, Miss Janelle girl had write, "Raised by wolves" on Instagram. Like, she didn't even know where this man was. A second woman files her own restraining order an hour later. She writes in all caps, "Everyone left because they don't feel safe." And get this, and the judge denies both. Insufficient evidence. The same day this judge denied those orders was the day they started finding bodies. So here's how the nightmare actually unfolded. That Monday night, police get called to a property and they find a 69-year-old man. His name was Bob Shine, partially submerged in a cement water pond on his land. So like the water encatchment, I'm guessing. And at first, they genuinely don't know if it's an accident, a medical emergency, maybe he fell, they are not sure. But here's what's happening at the same time. Just nearby, there's a community gathering going on, and guess who shows up? Baker shows up in what witnesses described as a violent, psychotic episode. People are trying to hold him down, they pepper spray him, they tackle him to the ground. He is just being erotic and allegedly crazy. And while he's pinned there, while these people have him pinned, he's screaming over and over, "Bob is dead, Bob is dead, Bob is dead." And then he breaks free and he runs. So police go and check on Bob.
We also spoke with a neighbor who says he ran into Baker on Monday night.
He was yelling crazy things. None of it really made sense, but one of the things that stood out was he screamed, "Bob's dead," about 3-4 times.
And Bob is already dead. His cause of death was later confirmed as strangulation. Bob, by the way, his daughter said he was a farmer who just wanted to live simply. She said,
"He was just trying to embody unconditional love in this very conditional world."
She found out that he was gone while she was hosting a birthday party. She thought it was a joke at first, because how could it be real?
Shine's daughter tells us Morse was a close family friend who had been letting Baker stay with him. And Shine says she learned about the killings while she was hosting a birthday in Kona.
My phone kept dinging and ringing, but I was not paying attention to it until we went down to the beach and someone had sent me a message saying, I'm so sorry. So I made a few calls and it sounded like, no, it was really true. Something terrible had happened.
Let's move on. Baker was not done. The next afternoon, same road, mind you, just 400 to 500 feet away from Bob's house, they find Chitta Morse. Remember, the 79-year-old who took Baker in, who showed him kindness, found dead. Blunt force trauma. One community member said,
a responding officer told them that Morse had been bludgeoned, possibly with a rock or a heavy weight.
And that's the version going around. I want to be honest, that specific detail is not officially confirmed yet. So I'm just telling you what's allegedly being said by the neighbors. And this is not what the police have stated. But his friend Don Hyatt put it bluntly. He said,
Chitta was just killed. He was hacked up.
This man opened his door to Baker, and this is how it ended. But wait, there's more. Baker allegedly steals a pickup truck from another neighbor on that same road, and he drives 19 miles to the Kalapana area. That same night, 9:58 p.m., police do a welfare check at a home on Kalapana, Kapoho Beach Road, and they find a third man. Also 69 years old, his name was Kars, dead. Cause of death, sharp force trauma. 3 men, 3 different methods, 0 guns, less than 48 hours. And the truck that Baker stole, they found it abandoned right near where they found that third body. So now it's Wednesday and the entire island goes into lockdown mode basically. The police chief gets up at a press conference and calls Baker armed and extremely dangerous. And then the cavalry shows up, the FBI, the US Marshals, Homeland Security, all of them hunting for this one man. Sightings are coming in everywhere. Kalapana, near Leilani Estates, a 7-Eleven in Pahoa. There was even a possible sighting all the way over in Kona on the other side of the island. The assistant chief literally said, I think we have to assume he could be anywhere. And the community terrified. One guy who lived right near where Baker had been staying said, it's been very eerie going to sleep at night. I mean, can you blame him? Like, I can only imagine how terrifying that must be. There's a man who just killed 3 people and he could be in your backyard. Terrifying. And of course, social media went wild. There were false rumors flying, people saying he died by suicide, people saying he'd been cornered. None of it was true. One person online literally told everyone to go check their boats because they were scared he tried to escape by sea. And then Wednesday, they finally get him. He's located and arrested, officially so far on a robbery charge. Murder charges are expected, but as of me recording this, haven't been formally filed yet because this case is still ongoing and you guys know how the courts are. Everything takes so much time. So okay, here's where I have to get real with you guys for a second. 2 women warned everyone. They went to court. They followed the rules. They said in writing, this man is going to hurt someone, and the system said not enough evidence. And the police chief later admitted he didn't even know those restraining orders had been filed. So it's really sad, and it's such a, when you really look at the situation, it's like this could have been prevented if they were listening. The warning signs were there. They were documented. They were sitting in a courthouse. And 3 men, Bob, Chitta, and Kars, 3 gentle older men who just wanted to live quietly on their land, are gone. I'm not here to tell you what should have happened legally. I'm not a judge. But as a human being, it is really, really hard to sit with how many people saw this coming and little could be done to stop it. This case is still developing as I'm recording this. So I'm going to be keeping an eye on it and I'll update you guys as more comes out. especially once formal charges and a trial comes into play. And just a reminder, Baker has not been convicted of these murders. He's been arrested, but legally, he's innocent until proven guilty. We always keep it fair here, even though I have an opinion, but you know. But my heart goes out to Puna right now, with Bob's daughter, with everyone who knew these men. This is just like an absolute tragedy for Hawaii, and you always hear about crimes on the mainland and X, Y, and Z, but like it being so close to home is just wild and crazy, and I'm so sorry, and I'm just hoping that this will bring more awareness and help that this never happens again in the future. Like, this is definitely a problem. Anyways, you guys, if you enjoyed this episode, please follow XOXO Crimes, share it with everyone, and let's make sure that Bob, Chitta, and Kars are remembered for who they were, not just how they died. Stay safe, stay smart, and always XOXO. I'll see you guys in my next one. Toodles.